On behalf of the 2021 National Convention Committee, I welcome everyone to the National Convention of our great party, the PDP.
The People's Democratic Party 2021 National Convention has come and gone, recording a huge success. This is largely due to the commitment of the Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri-led Convention Organizing Committee. With this development, Governor Fintiri has succeeded in writing his name in gold as an emerging national figure in Nigeria. But how did it all start? On 17 September 2021, Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri was inaugurated as chairman PDP Planning Committee of the convention, with Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State as deputy chairman and Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State as secretary, among other committee members at the National Secretariat of the party, Abuja. After it was constituted and recommended by NEC, National Working Committee. The Fintiri-led committee is mandated by the acting national chairman, Yemi Akinyomi, with the mandate to conduct a hitch-free national convention of the party come October 30th and 31st, 2021.
There was never a time, even for a second, that I doubted for the capability of His Excellency to handle this convention perfectly and excellently the way he did. Why? Is because I know who he is, and I know he has a vision, and I know he is very firm in decision. He used to take advice.
So many things comes to my mind, but basically I was worried on two issues. One, what if the convention fails? Two, what if we succeeded and in the exercise? The first worry that what if we fail is that, if it fails, there's a lot of issues that will come up. One, it will affect us as a people. It will affect the party in the state, and coupled with a lot of things towards the convention.
Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri-led committee immediately swung into action and relocated to the party's legacy house in Abuja, where together with other committee members, they drew up a template outlining strategies ahead of the convention. Subsequently, the committee formed various committees and subcommittees that will assist them in carrying out the tedious task ahead. Aside forming committees, Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri needed to reconcile some misunderstanding among contending members of the party, which has always been the case with every convention in the country, and therefore adopted the method of reconciliation and constant engagement between aspirants vying for elective offices and PDP governors.
Work is still in progress. Our leaders are going to continue to talk to the remaining other contestants and see how best we can build and achieve that consensus. So we thank God, we thank our leaders for their full participation in all that has been happening and all that we've been doing to get to where we are today. By the grace of God, PDP is back strongly, and at the end of the convention, we are going to have, by the grace of God, a repositioned PDP that will be ready to receive many more people that are going to join this party soonest. Thank you very much, gentlemen of the press, for your support, for your cooperation thus far. Thank you very much.
He set a machinery for consultations because there was never a position that was not vied by so many. At the end of the day, he was able to convince very many of them to drop that ambition and live for the other, which is allowed by the constitution of the party, because consensus too is an election, whether by voice voting, affirmation, or casting a vote for a single candidate is allowed by our electoral act and by our constitution.
Barely days to the convention, the suspended national chairman of the party, Uche Secondus, took the party to court and began a legal battle against the party. A battle that put the nation into palpable discomfort and uncertainty.
I was just watching on how this court case is going to end. But anytime you're close to him, he will say PDP has a good case, Secondus doesn't have a case. So there's no party, there's no worry, there's no cause for worry. Definitely the convention will hold. And even from day one, he has been giving that hope to everyone that the convention is going to hold. And we succeeded in court.
On the eve of the elections, the appeal court judgment strikes out Uche Secondus' case and therefore ordered PDP to go ahead with its national convention as planned. With this victory, the Fintiri-led committee and other PDP governors met critical stakeholders of the party, such as former President Goodluck Jonathan.
I will see the pictures. You see them on social media. That's good. Yes.
In last-minute preparations, Governor Ahmadu Umar Fintiri inspected Eagle Square, venue for the convention, for an on-the-spot assessment ahead of Saturday 30th October convention, which Governor Fintiri says present a starting point for Nigerians' rescue mission. Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State took the governor around and his committee members to see the level of preparations so far.
If you mess up, I will tell the whole world that you're the one that disappointed this convention. God forbid you will not. I'm sure by the end of the whole exercise tomorrow, the entire country will heap praises on this committee. So please be patient, they will come. And I also know that some of you are worried about your welfare. Huh?
Yes, capturing. You have
exactly. So welfare is the last thing that should be on your mind, because we will take care of it.
This colorful atmosphere is the venue of the PDP convention, adorned in PDP colors. Eagle Square, Abuja, presented that avenue for the convention. Here, delegates across the country thronged the venue to be part of the party's historic moment that will usher in new national executives of the party.
The preparation didn't surprise me because His Excellency Governor Ahmadu Umar Fintiri is a team player. If he's given assignment, any responsibility, he used to work with everybody around to make sure that everybody contribute his quota to the success of the assignment given to him. So if you look at the way he handled these activities up to 30th of October, so he worked with everybody around him. All his colleagues, he carried them along, making sure that they work together to see the success of this, and it happened.
The chairman of the convention planning committee, Governor Ahmadu Umar Fintiri, arrived at the venue in the early hours of Saturday, 30th October 2021. The governor, accompanied by the deputy chairman of the committee, Governor Fintiri, went around exchanging pleasantries with delegates. In his welcome address, Governor Ahmadu Fintiri, while reflecting on the successes of the party since its foundation decades ago, promised to conduct a rancor-free convention as he welcomes delegates across the country.
On behalf of the 2021 National Convention Committee, I welcome everyone to the National Convention of our great party, the PDP. A party formed 23 years ago and founded on the visions and ideals of freedom and courage. The state of the nation could best be described as near comatose. The nation's human rights record then was appealing. The nation's economy was on a steady slide to a disastrous foundation. There was near hopelessness and uncertainty in the political terrain. The nation was served with strange concoctions that could have been ultimately led to national suicide. In the international arena, Nigeria, which once stood tall as the giant of Africa, was reduced to an inconsequential mindset with the suffocating tag of pariah nation tightening round her neck. Hitherto brave men and women became cowards overnight, groveling at the throne of dictators of this time. In the midst of all this confusion, a group of political leaders, 18 of them in the first instance and later 34, took the courage to challenge the junta so that the country could be freed and restored into the path of democracy and ultimately brought back into Committee of Nations. This group, known as G34, later formed the nucleus and rallying point of the associations that form what is today the People's Democratic Party. The party was crafted to ensure speedy restoration of democracy through advancement of national reconciliation, economic and social reconstruction, and respect for human rights and rule of law. I must today acknowledge the role of these founding fathers, especially the original members of the G34, some dead and others still alive. For Nigerians and present APC-led government is all head bent or eroding the country into multifaceted recession in all fronts, from the economy to governance, national security to diplomacy, poverty to unemployment, anti-corruption to the observance of the rule of law, citizenship to national cohesion, etc. Indeed, the country has never had it this bad. That Nigeria is better far with PDP in power is not in doubt. That the people relish on those golden moments when the PDP held sway at the center is not also in doubt. That citizens are yearning for return of PDP at the center as the 2023 election draw nearer is equally not in doubt. We therefore have a duty not to disappoint our teaming supporters. We have to take back our country as we have always done. We have to save Nigeria. If we should force the country out of the clutches of the military, we can do this one hog tax. Push the people who don't know the true definition of good governance and national coexistence out of power. This is Nigeria Rescue Mission. This is the role of PDP that was invited to play. That the National Convention of the political party is usually a moment to take tangible decisions on the fate and direction of the party. These decisions are mostly institutional, constitutional, and electoral in nature. It is in this spirit that I want to brief you on the activities leading to the election. According to the report of the screening subcommittee headed by the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mohamed Adoke SAN, 34 candidates indicated interest for various national positions in the party, out of which 28 were cleared, 2 withdrew voluntarily, and 4 were disqualified. The screening appeal committee under the leadership of distinguished Senator Ike Ikweremadu has also submitted its report. I am glad to tell you that this is the less acrimonious convention ever in the history of the party.
The acting national chairman, Yemi Akinwumi, and Nigeria's former vice president, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar Waziri Adamawa, in their separate remarks, described PDP as the only alternative left for Nigerians.
The APC-led government is so clueless that Nigeria needs better hand to get them out of this mess. I believe we can do it because we have done it before.
The APC has proven itself to be ill-equipped to lead the nation. They have shown themselves to be corrupt, in fact the most corrupt, sectional and divisive party that was never prepared to lead this country and never even had an idea of what it took to lead a diverse, dynamic, multi-ethnic and multi-religious country like Nigeria.
With these remarks from the party's stalwart, Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri opened the floor, kickstarting the process of the elections proper.
We have expected 3,701 delegates for this election. 3,501 and 11 are fully accredited. 3,511 are fully accredited. And we're going to start this election by calling 2 states at a time. And we're going to go alphabetical, starting from Abia to Adamawa, down to Zamfara. This is going to be the sequence of the election.
In a peaceful atmosphere, delegates proceeded to the polling booth to cast their votes.
This convention headed by Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri is the best, one of the best, and if not the best, in the history of all the PDP conventions held in Nigeria. There was never a time I missed a convention of PDP from 1999 till date. But I've never witnessed a convention that came with the passage of time, those with the new innovation than this very convention. Because unlike the previous convention, a delegate can come with his delegate tag. Someone can claim to vote on behalf of a delegate who is absent. But this time around, he introduced a picture and name tag on each and every delegate that attended the convention. Each delegate, be you a national delegate, statutory delegate, or whatever delegate, if you have a vote, a BOT or whatever, once you are a delegate to vote, qualified to vote, your delegate tag must carry your name tag and your picture appears on it. So this is an innovation that nobody will fault the genuity or the authenticity of the delegates who voted at that time of the election.
The way His Excellency handled the affairs of this convention make people, everybody in the country feel belong. So that's why you see the whole 36 states, everybody is participated and participated happily, because it never happened. Almost all the convention that was happened, you will see a lot of some states, some groups are walking out of convention, or you will see state and state fighting on a position. So if you look at the way he handled this thing, when together with all, carrying along all stakeholders, that make it to be a successful, and you see everybody is happy. See the way that Eagle Square was full up, but nobody disrupted or interrupted anything concerning the election. The election went very successful.
After sorting and counting the ballot papers, winners emerged through consensus, which saw the emergence of Dr. Iyorchia Ayu as the new national chairman.
As the chief returning officer of the 2021 PDP convention election, to announce and declare His Excellency Senator Dr. Iyorchia Ayu as duly elected and returned as the national chairman of our great party, the PDP.
I have waited patiently.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. The chairman had equally polled 3,426 votes. With this, I, Honorable Ahmadu Umar Fintiri, as the Chief Returning Officer of the 2021 election, hereby declare all the 21 offices as mentioned declared by their names as winners. May God bless you all. Thank you.
PDP! 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 Chairman of Convention, Acting National Chairman of the party, His Excellencies, the governors of the great PDP family, former Vice President, former Senate Presidents, former speakers, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I want to sincerely appreciate the PDP family. Today is simply a thank you address. When we started this party 23, 24 years ago, we never in any way imagined that the journey will get us to this stage. A stage where we ruled for 16 years, we went into rough times, but for anybody who will bother to see, PDP is back. PDP is back. And is back to rescue Nigeria from the terrible mess we have been in the last 6 years. I want to appreciate all of you who have taken time as delegates, as observers, as supporters, as members of the media, as members of the security services who have made this event such a wonderful event. Many people imagine that this convention will lead to this breakup of the PDP. Those people who are dreaming like that, they were dreaming in Wonderland. Their dreams were misplaced. We have come out stronger. We are united. We are determined to come back where PDP belongs. This is the real party in Nigeria. The other one is a contraption.
The success of the 2021 PDP National Convention, no doubt, served as a litmus test for the party's future success stories, preparatory to 2023 elections. Against all odds, Governor Ahmadu Umar Fintiri is blazing the trail, and his effort at conducting one of the best conventions ever might not be unconnected with his leadership abilities and capacity as a governor who came, saw, and conquered. The arrested development of Adamawa is history today, a testament of the leadership qualities of the promising and emerging Nigerian politician.
Well, Nigeria are rooting for him, and people will not expect anything less than what he did in the National Convention from him. And sky is going to be his limit. We pray God to give him good health, long life.
Truly, the historian and policy strategist by training has made history. For his name shall be written in gold for conducting a hitch-free and rancor-free 2021 National Convention.